Maybe it needs a little jazzing up. There, that's better. Come on now, Mummy. In wide. You've got a choice. You can eat it or wear it. The lot. I said eat the lot.
Where do you think you're going, Kean?
What do you want me to do?
Your specialty, of course.
You mean you want me to rape someone?
One of the officers here. Because she's in love with the man who fancies me. Just turn her off men for a while. You know how to do that. Her name's Meg Morris.
It's Ferguson. But she's not going to get away with it. I can promise you this much. Maybe I won't get out of it. Maybe I'll be fired. But I'm certainly not going quietly.
Well, we hope you're not going at all.
Miss Ferguson's taught me a lot. And if I have to leave Wentworth, she's coming with me.
Too late, Governor. Your time has come. It's too late to stop it.
What?
Regrettably, the innocent must die with you. Everybody in Wentworth prison.
How? When?
While the world watches, so the world will see.
Just what are you talking about?
An explosion, Governor. A very big explosion.
You've got the best shot right there.
It's getting close to the target time now, Barbara.
It certainly is. We've passed the 10-minute mark and we're counting down to the finish.
Is it safe to say that the inmates of Wentworth Detention Centre are now setting a new world record for marathon waltzing?
Well, you know what they say, a fight's not over till the last punch is thrown, but I think it would take an earthquake to stop these women now.
God, I'm stuffed. Why should you be any different? Never go.
You okay? Yeah, not really, but neither are you.
Mrs. Taylor is here with children from the school for the deaf. The school stands to make a lot of money if a new world record is made. How are you feeling now, Mrs. Taylor?
I'm just so excited. I can't tell you how much it means to me that the school is getting so much assistance. I can't tell you how grateful I am who you all are to these wonderful ladies.
Cut it.
Oh. Hold it, Jerry. I'll see what's going on. What?
Put out your attention, please. Ladies, please. I want everyone to move outside the building quickly and without any...
What? Come on, you heard Mrs. Reynolds. Move out, everybody.
But you can't stop the marathon now.
You have no choice.
Just because some nutter is threatening to bomb the place?
Bomb?
A bomb! My God, the children!
Move out quietly, please. There's no need to panic. This is just a precautionary measure. Dancing. Inspector Rouse is on his way. He's over by the squad. Would you wait for them outside? No! I'm sorry, ladies. You'll have to move outside.
No, there's no way we're moving out. We're almost there.
We might as well pack it in, Jude. We've already broken the record. We'll get our name in the book.
I don't give a stuff about the record or the book. We're doing this for the kids, huh?
Come on, we're almost there. I understand how you feel, but I can't jeopardize your safety.
Just as soon get blown up in the prison and stay in Wentworth anyway. Yeah, well, that's probably what I reckon too.
Yeah, good on you, kids. See?
Ladies, I am ordering you to leave the room.
Mrs.
Now.
Reynolds, until there's 72 1/2 hours on that clock, we are not leaving, and you'll have to drag us out of here if you want us to go.
We received word that a bomb had been planted. Fair decision not to...
There's no point in racing. The bloody clock's not going to go any faster, is it?
How much longer, Mrs. Reynolds?
2 minutes.
Never known minutes to go so slow.
Check the dining room, Governor. Everyone's out now, except us.
What's the situation in the other cell blocks?
Oh, they've all been evacuated.
Good.
No, shouldn't we be moving these women out?
I'm staying till they reach their target.
But surely your safety and theirs is much more important.
It is, but they've refused to go. And we can't use force because of the state they're in, and they'll probably become hysterical and we'd never get them out.
Well, if they're that keen, leave them to it. They'll drop the heroics now that the audience is gone.
You can leave now, Miss Ferguson. Have a last check of the cells and corridors on your way out.
No need for you to risk your neck, Mrs. Reynolds. We'll be okay.
I know, but the official observers have left and you need a witness.
Well, then you'd better stay. I'd hate to have done all this to myself for nothing.
Yeah, you and me both, kid.
Come along, quickly! Come on, hurry along! Keep moving and stay together!
Quickly! Stop the chatter and do as Mrs. Barry says! Adams, stay with the group! It'll be perfectly safe if you just follow instructions. Get them assembled, Mrs. Barry, and do a head count.
Mrs. Morris, I can't find Rebecca. Do you think she got out?
I'm sure she'll be quite safe. Some of the women were taken out on the other side of the building by Officer Rodgers. There's nothing to worry about.
Bomb squad's on its way, Mrs. Morris. Now, is everyone out?
I'm afraid not, Inspector. 4 women are still trying to set a new world dancing record in the recreation.
Must have bloody rocks in their heads. Where's Mrs. Reynolds?
She's in there with them.
Anyone else?
Miss Ferguson's not out yet.
Inspector, what is the situation exactly?
Get that bloody thing out of my face. I'll hook you. Is that exact enough?
Ooh, Jerry.
Bob, they're still dancing in there. Can't you make something out of that?
Oh, yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, roll it, Jerry. I have just been told that the dance marathon is continuing, despite the threat that a bomb is about to blow Wentworth Detention Centre sky high. 4 of the inmates, with no thought of the danger to themselves, are still in there dancing away.
Mrs. Taylor brought some of the deaf children in to watch the finish of the marathon.
You reckon one of them's still in there?
I'm sure of it. I've checked them. Debbie Peters is missing.
You go in there and look for her. You know Mrs. Reynolds, Miss Ferguson. Well, if you see them,
new world record and earn big money to Montgomery.
Debbie's very nervous and she might even try to hide if she gets really frightened.
Perhaps I'd better go in. I know the building.
And if a new record is set, you're out for a lot of money.
We'll find her.
Must be time now, Mrs. Reynolds.
Yeah, it must be time.
Last few seconds coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you made it. You set a new record. Congratulations, all of you. I'm very proud.
We couldn't have done it without your support.
You earned it. Now let's get out of here. Come on.
Yeah, just our bloody luck to get blown up on the
Don't bleed all over me.
Now, look, I know you can't hear me, but there's no need to be afraid. Just let me take you outside where it's safe, all right?
Come on. Look, I know I scared you the other day, but I didn't mean to.
Come on, we've got to get out of here. It's very dangerous. Come on, come on. That's the... Ah!
They did it. They set a new record.
Oh, well done.
You didn't see anybody else in here, did you?
No, who's missing?
One of the deaf children, Debbie Peters.
We haven't seen her. Maybe she found her.
Judy! I'll go after her. You get the others clear of the building.
Governor, Mrs. Anne Reynolds. Tell me, Mrs. Reynolds, did the women reach their target and set a new record?
Yes, they've extended the old record by half an hour.
Great! A new waltzing marathon record has been set right here by the inmates of Wentworth. Now, Mrs. Reynolds, as Governor of Wentworth...
Not now, please. I'll be happy to talk to you later.
The atmosphere is charged with excitement. The women have reached their target.
Hey, I'm glad you managed to hang
They've
on to
conquered
this
their
record.
exhaustion and refused to be put off.
Didn't have
by the
any
current
bloody
choice,
did we?
You managed to make sure you were all right.
Oh, it's not my fault I didn't get back after I saw my sister, but they made me come out here.
Any sign of that kid?
No. Did Miss Ferguson bring her out on the other side?
No, I checked.
That means there are still 4 people inside. I thought you'd found the man behind those threats.
Can we interview the women now?
Not without the governor's permission.
Go. How do you feel now that you've broken the record?
Oh, stuffed out of me brain.
We'll do it again.
Well, we got a trace on the phone. Tokens the team working on it.
Let's hope they're on the right track this time.
Look, I know how you feel. We're doing the best we can.
I hope it's enough, Inspector. If they don't find and defuse that bomb in time, I'm going to have a lot more to live with than you are.
Debbie! Debbie! She can't hear me. What the hell am I talking about? Debbie!
That's it, love. That's it. Just stay there. Oh, come on. I've got to get you out of here. Come on. Come on, anyway. Come on. Oh!
Well, you're a nice sort of bitch, aren't you?
What do you want about Bryant? I was just trying to get the kid outside where it's safe.
Yeah, pull the other one. She's obviously terrified of you.
Oh, yeah, sure. And this is the thanks I get for trying to save her.
Yeah. Well, what did you do to her?
Oh, you think what you like. We'll not stand around here arguing till we all get blown up.
You better bloody be joking, mister.
It's enough, Mitchell.
Are you trying to chip us out of the money now that we've done the job?
It's not that at all. I agreed to sponsor a new world record. There seems to be some doubt about that.
Well, yeah, try telling my feet that.
What's the verdict?
Well, they've agreed to classify it as a new world record because the dance has passed the 72-hour mark.
Really well.
But they won't let the record stand at 72.5 hours because they left the room before that.
Oh. But I stayed there till the finish. What are they saying, that I'm not to be trusted?
Well, that's it then. I agreed to pay out if the record was broken by a full 30 minutes.
But you can't withdraw your support now, Mr. Montgomery, or the other sponsors will probably try to back out too.
It's not a case of backing out.
Oh, who are you trying to kid? You've had all this free publicity and now you're trying to welch on the deal.
It's not that at all. We made a deal and you failed to keep your end of it.
Bull! How can you say that when these women risk their lives to reach the target? Even now, Judy Bryant's in there putting her life on the line for a deaf child.
At least in here, we know how to keep a contract, Mr. Montgomery. And we've got friends on the outside.
Yeah, how'd you like to fight 40 bikies?
Don't take any notice of that, Mr. Montgomery. The women are naturally upset at your refusal to pay up now that they've broken the record.
Mr. Montgomery, would you be prepared to go on national television and say that you've withdrawn your support?
It's my company's business, no one else's.
Yes, but your company has gained enormous publicity from sponsoring this marathon. The public have a right to know why you've decided not to pay out.
Because he doesn't want him to know he's a cheat, that's why.
There's a rumour around that the major sponsor of Wentworth's Waltz Marathon has decided to withdraw on a technicality. Is that true, Mr. Montgomery?
Well, my company, that is... On behalf of Action Man Products, I'm happy to say that there is no truth at all in that rumour. We'll pay up as agreed.
Thank you, Mr. Montgomery. That's very sporting and extremely generous.
Thanks, Bob.
Good work. Beauty, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. Nice work.
Yes, thank you. And I'll be happy to give you an interview as soon as everyone's out of the prison.
Oh, come on, Brian. Get a move on.
I can't go any further. Oh, please just take her out of here.
Oh, she won't go without you. Now, come on.
She's got to. I can't go, Debbie. Please go with her. It's all right, Debbie. Oh.
Send someone for you.
Just go, won't you?
Okay, ladies, would you mind standing up now, please, with Mr. Montgomery? Mrs. Taylor, can we have the children in here now, please?
They should be out by now.
How's all getting on okay? Mrs. Reynolds is a top man.
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, would you like to step in here for the presentation?
Oh, no, let the ladies do it. They're the ones who earned it.
Where's Jude? I thought you would have been here by now.
Yeah.
We're on.
Rolling, Bob.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for, and these inmates of Wentworth Detention Centre have worked so hard for. The presentation of the cheque from the marathon's major sponsor, Action Man Products. Over to you, Mr. Montgomery.
May I say how happy and proud I am to be associated with this new world record, and I'd just like to point out that the dancers were all equipped with tracksuits and shoes by Action Man, and I'd like to say a few things about Action Man products.
She's all right, just a bit shook up. Bugger being upstage, didn't it?
Have you seen Judy Bryant?
No, the constable's bringing her out.
Is she all right?
Yeah, nothing a good rest won't fix.
You're injured.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I must have bumped myself.
Is kid all right?
Judy, you all right? You look terrible. No, I'm okay. Where's Debbie?
She's fine.
The last of the occupants of Wentworth Detention Centre has now been placed on a stretcher. At this stage, we don't know the condition of the inmate, Miss Judy Bryant, but no doubt as soon as we have the information, we shall bring it to you. Bob Miller, Eyewitness News.
I can't believe it's all over and we're actually going to be famous. That ought to show all those mugs that doubted us.
Bet they get the credit for it, though.
How can they? We're the ones that did it, and that's what counts.
I'll go along with that. Ladies, there's a special late supper for all the members of the dance team, and you can also have a shower, but you'll have to hurry.
Thank you.
Mrs. Barry? Yeah. Are you absolutely certain there's no bombing here?
Well, the bomb squad gave the official okay to the place, and they're very efficient. I trust them.
Well, I hope so. I've never been so scared in all my life.
Don't worry about it, Angel. Bomb scares are just half the fun.
Well, I'm glad the bomb didn't go off because I left my willy bear. Can I go get him, Mrs. B?
Yes, of course, but you'll have to hurry or you'll miss out on your supper.
Any news on Jude?
Well, all I know is that she's been taken to Wentworth General, so she's in very good hands, Myra.
Hope so. She didn't look too good.
No.
Oh, my poor willy bear. I bet she thought I was never coming back.
Poor little bear.
He'll be right now.
Do you want me to mind him while you have your shower?
No, I'm taking him with me.
Jeez, I reckon you two ought to go back to kinder when you're finished here. Fancy mucking around with kids' toys.
Oh, yeah, that's just because I can have a better conversation with him than I can with you.
That's just because you both got sawdust between your ears.
Cheer up, Angel. I asked me Dad to bring you one in, and he's going to next time he visits.
Thanks, Rabbit.
I can ask him to bring you one, too.
A willy bear? You'd be joking. Hey, listen, what's your dad like at bringing in 6-foot bities, you know? Lots of tattoos.
Well, the press certainly loved the marathon finishing in such high style.
Yes, and I'm so glad to see the back of all those media people and the spectators.
Well, especially Mr. Montgomery. What a first-class Scrooge he turned out to be. Fancy trying to do the deaf kids out of their money.
I'm glad he changed his mind, or we'd have had a riot on our hands.
Well, the department certainly couldn't complain about your handling of the whole situation. I certainly couldn't have done it.
Yes, the department. I'm going to have to talk to them about Heather first thing in the morning.
We've picked up the man who made the bomb threat.
Well, that's a relief.
He's being questioned now. I've had a gutful of what sick minds will do to get their kicks.
I'll just pray that you've got the man responsible and this is an end of it.
You can rest easy.
I really liked you, Willie. But if Rabbit won't give you to me, well, she can't have you either.
Well, your bed's still made up if you want to change your mind.
Oh, no. There's no need now. I'll be all right.
Hope so. Well, as long as you know, you're welcome any time.
Thanks, Maggie. You know how grateful I am.
You'd do the same for me. Good night.
Night.
What's with these?
I still need him for my sewing. I'll take him back to the
Come on,
laundry.
Angel. You know the rules. You shouldn't have kept them in the first place.
Desmond, could I have a word with you, please? Alone?
I'll just take this back to Rabbit.
What is it, Miss Rodgers?
It's been quite a day, hasn't it?
Bit different to the usual.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're still awake after that dance epic. You all deserve a medal.
Can't see the department giving us one, though.
No. I need your help. Ferguson's got me on the skids.
Sorry to hear that. You're okay. For a screw. What have you done to get the wind up Ferguson?
Guess you could say I lagged on her. But that's not the point. If she's going to get rid of me, I'm going to make damn sure she comes with me.
Yeah, well, if you're on the level, go easy. She's got more poison in her than a death adder.
I know. That's why I'm asking for your help. If we combine forces, surely we can nail her.
What have you got in mind?
Well, when I give the word, I want you to raise merry hell. Have we got a deal?
If it means unloading the freak, we'll raise the Titanic.
Hey, come in.
I don't want to interrupt anything.
Oh, I can't think what.
Well, that was a popular lady. One guy leaves and yours truly arrives.
Can't think what you're talking about. Hey, would you like a drink?
Didn't you just have a visitor? When I pulled up outside, I thought I saw somebody walking from your front door. He took off like he was late for something.
Not guilty. Must have been one of the neighbours.
Well, I really came by to check on your welfare.
Well, that's nice of you.
I heard right. I mean, about the bomb.
You certainly did. Fortunately, it was a hoaxer.
I really wonder how their tiny minds work.
Well, let's say mild chaos this afternoon stopped me from wondering anything.
Well, you seem to have survived okay.
Look, I'm just about to eat. Why don't you join me?
Twist my arm.
Well, curried chicken?
It's twisted.
Yeah, Doc. I was really worried when I heard that cartage off. I thought you might have danced yourself through the pearly gates.
I'm still in agony. I strained every tendril in my body.
Well, I reckon you deserve a medal.
Well, you seem Willie. I'm really worried about him. I reckon somebody's nicked him.
No, well, Bobbie had him. At least I think she did. I saw her playing with him last night.
Sleep okay?
Oh, yeah, best news I've had in weeks. Now for the night, I'm having double everything.
Good idea. We're going to need a lot of stamina very soon. Where's your mother?
Down the sewer if I'm lucky. Don't think she'll front this room again. The Zine doesn't turn her on.
You don't give a damn about anyone but yourself, do you?
You know, I could really feel sorry for him, Mum.
Could have run a herd of wild elephants through our cell last night. Wouldn't have woken me up.
Yeah, marathons beat sleeping pills any day.
Knockout sleep, wasn't it?
Exactly what it was. I was in a coma for 13 hours. Now they're trying to shove me back to work. I should have pretended to be out cold longer.
Never mind, Dottie. I reckon they could have picked your acting. I mean, people don't usually snore when they're in a coma.
Oh, what did you know?
You two have just given me an idea. I'm trying to think of a way to nobble the freak for good.
So what is it?
Teamwork. It's going to be a joint effort, the Screws and us together.
Well, that couldn't work, could it?
Rodgers has been given the bullet, and guess who fired the gun?
The freak. That rotten cow. Heather must be really upset.
Yeah, but she's not taking it lying down. She wants blood, and she wants our help to get it. This is what we do.
Morning.
Oh, hi.
Join me for coffee?
No thanks. Am I still in the hot seat over that winter accusation?
Afraid so. The department's ringing later today.
Haven't got much time left then.
And Corbett and Mitchell to the laundry. Right then, everyone, move on.
I need some rest, Mrs. Morris. Me veins are all clotting up.
Well, just see if you can make it to the kitchen, will you, Farah?
I was critical last night and you expect me to peel potatoes. I want to take them tests, Mrs. Morris.
What tests?
You know, the ones that show how crook I am.
The oxide's not getting to me brain.
I would have thought you were sick of tests by now, Farah.
Great day for some hard yakka.
Oh, watch it! Oh, look out, shot come out! Here now, here. Quiet, everyone. Line up against the wall. How did this happen, Warren?
Miss Ferguson told me to get cracking, and then she pounded me into the wall.
So better setups in a kindergarten.
We can't take much more, Mrs. Morris. Is she going to kill someone before we get protection?
What did you do to Miss Ferguson?
God, I've told you, nothing.
She asked you to hurry up, then pushed you?
She never asked, she just shoves.
It's a load of rubbish, Warren.
The girl is injured.
She did it herself, clumsy fool that she is.
Mrs. Morris, did you see anything?
Well, I heard Warren scream. When I got there, she was on the floor. But the women were adamant. They blamed Miss Ferguson.
Well, just a lot of punching bags to her. Red reckons it was almost curtains when she started laying into her.
Kean's a worse liar than you, Warren.
And what about the screws? You've got them running scared too.
I must warn you, Warren. What you're saying is extremely serious.
Couldn't be more serious if I was at my own funeral.
You do realise that if these accusations aren't true, you'll be severely punished, and the women too.
It is true. Ask Miss Rodgers, she's seen it.
Well, Miss Rodgers, is there any truth in what she says?
I don't think I'm in a position to be able to criticise the treatment of women by another officer.
That's no answer. Have you seen her hit anyone?
I'm sorry, Miss Ferguson. But on my first day here, I saw her bash a prisoner's head against a brick wall. It was terrible.
Since then?
It's almost been a daily routine. I told her it sickened me.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because she threatened to get me the sack. And I thought I could help the women more by staying here.
Deserted the workers, Desmond. Prison will grind to a halt.
I've just seen your mother in the shower block. She's in a bad way.
So?
Listen, Kean, you're killing her.
Just give me half a chance. And you, keep your nose out of my business, Desmond.
Look, no one is knocking you for trying to get out of this place. And your mother wouldn't win any medals for lagging either. But she's out of her depth in here. It takes time to learn the rules.
Takes brains too. She's short on them.
Would you give her a chance? She's desperate to get through to you.
The only thing she wants to get through to me right now is where to send the cheque. Funny what money does to your finer feelings. She's never given a damn about me before.
If it was just the money she wanted, why did she get help? Show a bit of gratitude. She thought you were going to die. That's why
I'm going to throw up. Gratitude for what? Getting me more time in this dump.
Now I know you're the one short on brains. Now, if she just wanted to get rid of you, why didn't she call the cops and then go? Do you think that she would risk doing time in here if she didn't care about you?
Crying my heart out. Must be something about this motherhood thing. Brings on senility. You make a good pair.
And you make a lousy daughter.
Haven't you got somewhere to go?
I'll go when I'm ready.
When might that be?
When I get this message through your thick skull. We want a smooth ride, Kean. You make waves and we all crash.
Too bad. Just give me a couple of days. I'll show you how to run this joint.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
Well, not with some dumbass plan to get at the freak, that's for sure.
We're doing it for Rodgers. One word from you and we wouldn't have to.
Gotta be joking. Anyway, you wouldn't take my word against Winters?
Why don't you give it a try? Or has the freak found herself a new admirer?
Now, I know your brain's soft.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Oh, I will. And you can have a ringside seat, Desmond. But I won't be going off half-cooked.
And you say your mother's got cold feet.
Listen, when I get to Ferguson, it'll be for keeps.
If this thing works, it means we've got her at the end of the pier. All we need to do is push.
You'll I'd queue for a week to get rid of the freak.
Just open the door, will you?
Hey, all you need's a nail file. Got one?
Yeah.
It's the cake.
Right. You know what that's for?
Sure do. please.
You dragging your feet again, Mitchell?
Oh, no.
Can't you hear that bell?
No, because my hearing's playing up a
Just
bit.
get them out of here. Oh, I seriously underestimated you, Rodgers.
Yes, I think you did, Miss Ferguson.
There. Lying, lagging, crim
Careful,
lover.
Miss Ferguson. You might run out of fingers to count on. Of course, you realise it was all your idea. If you're going to sling mud, make sure it sticks.
Looking for me?
No, I was just looking for Rabbit's magazine, but it's not there.
Don't know where Rabbit is, but I'll tell her you were looking for her.
Oh, don't worry. Actually, she was looking for you. Thought you might know where Willie Bear is.
No?
See ya.
Hi. Still looking for wild beasts?
God, Mitchell, they put you behind the wrong bar.
I know they did, and look, they put me in with you. Have a banana.
No, thanks. I'll take me furry friend instead. Hand him over, beer napper, or I'm calling the cops.
Not until you come good with the dosh. I'm eating at the Hilton tonight, and I need the money.
You've been sprung, Mitchell. Angel saw you with him, so give with the goods.
I haven't got him. If I played with dolls, me mates would think I'd gone soft.
Come on.
Why don't you look in that cupboard? He could be eating the toothpaste. You're getting cold. You're getting so cold. Freezing. Colder. Colder.
Aha. You lousy wetbag. This isn't funny.
I didn't do that.
You liar! Angel saw you with him. I ought to slash your face only it's ugly enough already.
Angel's a liar, not me.
You rotten bitch! How could you do this? I'm never going to trust you again.
Well, I want to help get to the sack too.
Yeah, we all do, love. There'll be a spot for you when the action starts.
What spot?
Leave the worrying to me. You'll know in plenty of time.
Something will go wrong. All this plotting and planting. We'll only find ourselves in more hot water.
Not too late to pull out, Dot?
No, I didn't say I wouldn't help. Freak doesn't scare me. It's just that I'm not feeling too good. I think I might be coming down with something.
Yeah, well, you hang in there, Dot. Jude gets out of hospital tomorrow. You can have her bed.
Oh, looking for a quick ride to the cemetery, Mitchell.
You two-faced little twerp, you set me up.
Bobby, don't.
You're coming now. Look to
Ease
Marlene.
up,
You're going to tell her
Bobby.
everything. Ease up. This lying little twerp just shredded Willie Bear's guts and told Marlene I did it.
I did not. I just saw her with him, that's all. If I've made a mistake, I'm very sorry.
Fair enough. Now drop it, Bobby.
That bear's insides are hanging out and Marlene blames me.
She'll cool
Well,
off.
I won't. I'm in the clear, so that puts Miss Polly Pure right in the hot seat.
Well, you can't prove that, you nasty bit of work.
Me? It's her. You all think the sun shines out of her bum. Well, you'll find out different.
Bobby.
Now let's just drop the subject. We're all set to go for the freak, and a lot depends on you. Stay calm and the women will stick together. Fall apart and we have had it.
Come in.
You wanted to see me about something?
The department just rang.
Oh.
They seem to be in a bit of a bind at the moment.
I thought everything was cut and dried.
Far from it. They're being very cautious. They suspended Joan Ferguson on Kean's evidence and found they had a strike on their hands.
So I'm not suspended?
No. The department's sending Mrs. Davidson to Blackmore to see Winter again.
Well, I better keep my bags packed. Winter's not going to back down on that one.
No, maybe not. But I've personally recommended extenuating circumstances. Those threats against your family, your excellent record.
Thank you, Mrs. Reynolds.
This morning, those comments about Miss Ferguson being harsh with the women, I hope there was nothing personal in them.
Sort of grudge, you mean? Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. I'm grateful to Miss Ferguson.
Really?
In my short time at Wentworth, Miss Ferguson's taught me more than I ever dreamed she could.
Mrs. M, how are you?
Well, it's a hive of industry in here this afternoon.
Did you hear the one about
Come
the
on, what's going on? Away, Adams. Get out of there, Mitchell. Oh, come on, stop it.
Oh, Mrs. M. What big buttons you have.
She's having a nervous breakdown. All that dancing. Probably aerated her brain.
Don't be silly,
Look,
Dot.
just quiet, everyone. Mitchell, what have you been taking?
She hasn't been taking anything, Mrs. M. I'll get her back to herself.
Just keep out of this, Desmond.
Oh, yes, I have. Ferguson's Fun Fizzes, see? Honk, honk. Where to, Mrs. M?
First, we'll go to Sister Hall and then the governor.
The pottery classes were a success.
What stopped them?
Availability of teachers, mainly.
So you'd be happy if I had a crack at running a class or two?
Yes, certainly. As long as you keep it practical. I've seen too many women in here with no basic skills, and then they've got little hope of getting a job when they leave here.
Oh, I agree. The classes I thought of were typing, shorthand, that sort of thing.
Great. Could be a problem getting equipment, though.
Not with typing. I've got the gear all set to go.
That's marvelous. A couple more like you and would revolutionize the place.
Well, we both benefit. It all adds to my training. The women are fun to work with.
You'll have no spare time left.
No sweat.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, Mrs. Reynolds, but I thought I'd better tell you. I've just taken Mitchell to see Sister Hall.
She been hurt?
She's high on pills. I was going to bring her here, but Sister Hall thought it wiser if she just slept it off.
When she wakes up, you can tell her she's on a charge.
Well, she's not actually asleep yet. She only downed a few.
Where did she get them from?
I think I better leave that till later.
Before she nods off, could I have a quick word with her?
Yes, certainly. And we'll get going with those classes as soon as you're ready.
Right, thanks.
Well, I think Joan is making her own run for the world record book.
What?
Mitchell swears Joan gave her those pills.
Hi, Bob.
What do you want?
Oh, I had an hour to kill, so I thought I'd check out the library.
Lost your way again, did you?
No, I saw you, so I made a detour. You in the wars, Bobbie?
No, I'm just keeping my spirits up with a bit of this and a bit of that.
I'd like you to get into that sort of thing.
Name me a better way to get through the day.
Without pills, for a start.
I only took them for a laugh.
You haven't taken anything. What gives?
You're losing your edge, Wolfman. We'll have to trade you in soon.
Sharper than ever, and you know it. I spent time with you and your mates, enough time to know that you're not zonked. You're no actress.
A couple of months with us and St Kilda, and you reckon you know everything.
Hey, we all looked after each other then, Bobbie. Or have you forgotten?
I'm sorry. I can't fill you in just now. When we're off the hook, I'll level with you. Okay?
Okay.
Are you going straight home?
Yep. I've had what you might call a very satisfying day.
More than our friend Joan, I'd say.
Oh?
Well, it's a wonder you can't see the sparks from here. Mrs. Reynolds is really giving her the 3rd degree.
Not before time.
I've got the feeling that everything is catching up with Officer Ferguson.
Mrs. Morris, could you wait for a moment, please? I need you as a witness.
Certainly.
Listen, Weevils.
What's that, Miss Ferguson?
Witnesses crawling out of the woodwork in all directions.
Enough has happened here in one day for an army of witnesses.
A couple of prisoners belly aching.
I wonder why.
Because there is no soft cop with me.
Well, if that's the case, you won't mind if I search your locker.
Why should I? I'm used to being singled out.
It's not only you. Officer Ward is already halfway through searching the cells. The women have left the dining room and they won't be returning until she and Officer O'Shea have finished.
And tell me, just what do you expect to find?
I need to be satisfied there's nothing hidden in anyone's locker. Mrs. Morris, I want statements from every woman and every officer in this prison. They are to detail all cases of drug trafficking and physical abuse, and they are to be on my desk first thing in the morning.
Yes, Governor.
Great bloody time for a cell search, right in the middle of the meal.
Oh, dear, food's not worth eating anyway.
It's enough to make me ulcer burst. I can't see why I couldn't have finished me food.
You can't. We had to be there when the screws started wrecking ourselves.
I don't see why.
Because they might have planted something there and made us look like creams.
It's a waste of time anyway. They didn't find a thing.
Of course they didn't. Here, I snuck some food out for Bobbie. Take it to her, will you?
I don't feed animals. She mungled up my bear.
We owe her a lot, and I don't want to see her missing a tea.
Myra, she can starve for all I care.
Take it.
On advertising, promotion and sponsorship in Australia. Conservationists in South Gippsland are continuing their battle with the authorities.
Poor Miss Ferguson.
Yeah, the governor's writing out a report now. Joan Ferguson caught trafficking drugs. Alcohol found in Joan Ferguson's locker.
We can't get you off the hook.
No, I'm afraid not. But thanks for everything, Myra.
No worries.
Providing at least 60 jobs for local residents.
Squeaky clean, are we? Pity your brain's so dirty.
Oh, Bobbie, let's get this straight.
I've got it straight. You ripped that bear up just for a stir.
Congratulations. But don't try selling it to the others. They'll never believe you.
I'm gonna brick your mouth up.
No!
Bitch! You rotten bitch!
Leave me alone, you stupid slag! Get up! Ow! Ow! Let me go! Ah! You stupid little slut!
Help me! Somebody help me! Oh, thank God. Oh, please help me. There's a man here.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.